Indeed, Kroga, indeed. We can only hope that that is what I plan for. I kind of... Every single goddamn time I open the scene after the stream where we started this, I kind of forget what we were doing last time we were here. And then I am promptly reminded by the, what do I want to call this? By the buffet of bullshittery that I have indeed laid out for myself. There are times I simply look through this. Actually, no, I don't look through this on my own time. Whenever I boot up stream and realize and remember that this was here, hello for it. Vocal cord check right now, you better be able to talk! I don't know why I decided to get so damn aggressive on that one. But I'm gonna at the very least... Okay, what of this stuff do we want to keep? I'm going to remove some of this to declutter and maybe change this up.
Greetings, Mama Nagir!
Mama Nagir? Mama Nagir? Also, hey, Twitch for it. I think Twitch for it... I think Twitch chat is covered up by VanV, if I'm being completely honest. Twitch chat has been captured by VanV. That's actually just very funny. That is very funny to me. Ugh. Oh, no. Want to play them now, knowing as little as possible? No, I don't blame that. Oh, that... You don't know how happy that makes me. Sorry, that is... They are very fun. They are very, very fun. And I'm gonna be doing... I do intend on doing New Game Plus for Tomomi and Rolling Star. I actually, just before stream, was grabbing a screenshot of Tomomi's face. Which reminds me, I need to grab a picture of her with the hot dog in her mouth as well, because I find that funny. What the hell? Why am I getting oh my god. Sorry, before I start... Oh, hi, Mazoric. Before I start with some of the... Where the hell is the timer on my... For reasons that should be relatively obvious, this entire scene is just a total clusterfuck. And I'm gonna try and find the timer to keep it down. Okay, seriously, we're gonna get rid of some of this stuff. We're getting rid of Detective Tap. Bill Steam Summer Sale, perfectly reasonable. They are, I mean, actually, how much are they even? They're not super expensive. Oh, there's another game I got as well that I think people here will like at some point. I need to make the thumbnail for it and all that, but how much is the Tomomi Rolling Star group? Alright, I still have another... Okay, so we have... The Rolling Star is... Okay, $12, and how much was Tomomi? Tomomi, okay, yeah, it's 20 bucks for both of them, so I mean, even if not on sale, very fun games. Very fun games. How much are their soundtracks? Damn it, they don't... Oh, okay, their soundtracks are not out yet, but we will be able to see at some point. Oh. Getting an Xbox... Did their price go up? God, I love the global economy. I got a bunch... I built my new computer right before a lot of the price changes really hit. Like, some of the prices were already starting to go up when I got some of my computer components in. But I'd, like, bought my new case months ago, so very thankfully. Is offering us free candy? Yes, he is. Just take... Okay. So, obviously, we're keeping Doi. Doi is a staple. Doi gets to keep Mazoric's gun. Doi... Okay. As much as I love Roy and Joy, Doi is the superior fish. So, I need to... Hold on. I need to actually start deleting layers here. Hold on. So, we're getting rid of Detective Tap. Sorry, Joy. You get to die.
Oh, Daddy!
Frank, you... The Oh Daddy is covered! Oh Daddy is covered by the Droideka. Zoric, thank you for that gifted membership. Okay, we're gonna say Frank and Furry, you two had a duel to the death. A little transactionary thing there. Yes. Look, Doi is the superior fish. Also, hello, Heart of Aspiration. Hope you're doing well, especially given the stuff's on the Discord server. Hope you're holding up. Okay. We can get rid of PowerPoint because I am not currently slideshowing. Didn't even do the slash. You did a colon. There is a colon in 2252. Wait, send a membership right? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, 2252 set that off. Okay, I found the timer. The timer has simply reset. Do we want to keep the timer? Look, before I start planning out some stuff for like the next week or two of this channel, I want to say, do we keep the timer? And if we keep it, what is it for now? No, it's extreme depression. Oh, everyone in chat, can we type /hug? Oh, daddy! I don't have a hug emote. Can we just like type /hug heart? Yeah, /hug heart of aspiration /hug. There we go. Everyone give the hug the heart. Look, there we go. Oh, 1 second. And also, yeah, no, we can do the hug. We can do the hug react as well. Hug. Or heart. We can do the heart there. /hug.
Moon tamer is like hug, right?
To a certain degree. Thank you. This is as much as we can do through the internet to give you a group hug. And now it's very nice and warm in here. Let's do a different topic. Well, the whole thing of this stream is that the topic is me planning out some stuff for the stream. I haven't shown it yet, but I have... Hold on. Let me just export this real quick. Also, can I just say... Don't... Can I just say I love the community here, all being willing to pile onto the group hug for the heart of aspiration in moment of need. That's nice. Also, digital, for the sake of the repo collab, what color robot are you? What color semibot are you? I need to thumbnail you. And also send me PNG things that I can do to decorate it. Hello, Joe. Because you're in on that. You recently bought repo too. Hey, Furret, you want... Wait a minute, I should extend the... Yeah, screw. I'll say, hey, Furret, you want to join? Do I have a red? Well, Venvi and Dan are the same color. It just matters the props I can put on them. Actually, no, they're not the same color. They're different colors, but they're the same colors in my thumbnail. I can insert different props to make you... It's like how I have the... Hold on. Where are my other repo thumbnails? Oh my god, sorry, I forgot I grabbed this screenshot for Tomomi. Join, sure. Look, I'm the only one who didn't bring a +1 this time around, any of these. Actually, so we got this. Hold on, wait. Sorry, we got the cutesy faces. These are the thumbnails for the upcoming streams for their games. Which are both going to be on New Game Plus. What is... Right, Fire. I always forget that. She's extremely acidic. Who's acidic? Ah! Thank God that was empty. Mazoric, what have you sent me? I only saw a notification on the alt computer. Oh, wait, I need to read more messages. Order Pat, is that what that was? Okay, we're keeping... I think Twitch chat, on the rare case that someone would use Twitch chat, because that's not a thing, we're gonna keep Twitch chat. We're gonna move Twitch chat over Vanv. So Vanv is going to go down in the lower layer, or in the order layer. Layer order! Words are hard. Okay, yeah, that's good. Multi-level extremely acidic. Well, good thing I can get really hard. I realized what that sounded like within half a second of saying it. Still committed. Don't care if you're acidic if I don't melt. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to normal. Hold on, wait. I did fix it! Yay! I go back to updated model. There was a time. Sorry, there was a time where for some reason where I forgot to update some stuff, and if I would do swap model and I would come back, it would end up making me you know, old, outdated. The identifiable image. Good. I can chop this up in some way. I can absolutely chop this up in some way. Also, I just realized it has been 5 months since you've DM'd me anything. Now, to be fair, I haven't done Yu-Gi-Oh! In a while, and it was all Yu-Gi-Oh! Related for a lot of that. And I say... well, decently Yu-Gi-Oh! Related. Alright. Okay, I'll take my knife to that at some point. Truly a Dan moment. Sorry, Dan. I'm in the moment. I saw the smiley. Oh, wait, did I ever? I never booted up. I'm really dumb. I never booted up the general chat code. Hold on. Only my mods have voices. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, chat V2. VS code? Not have you? Hold on. Sorry. I'm turning on chat vocal cords. And by chat, I mean member can talk and anyone can do sound effects. All right. You guys have vocal cords now. Oh. Wait, the strawberry jam girl for your sandwich? You may come to regret that later.
Underscore loon chibismug.
Chibismug. So you get the response. Oh, what was your up there? Oh. For what about you? Oh, no, absolutely feel free to do that. Yeah, no, my Twitch is still basically oh yeah, for everyone here, I do still stream on Twitch as well. Very to myself. No, that's very, very, very reasonable. I like to say it this way. The only reason me and Venvi are on more regular terms of messaging is because I looped him into a project that required us to be in contact with each other on a regular. Also, can I just... What the hell am I... What am I touching? Oh, right. I had the string theocracy background. Because of college violence.
The only reason you two are in contact regularly is because you got abducted by Vanva.
I created Vanva! Also, hey, Digital on Twitch, how you doing? I have allergies and I'm in constant pain. Are you allergic to YouTube's bullshit and that's why you're on Twitch now? No has gotten you again? Yes, it has. Also, yeah, while I remember that this exists, yeah, I've done 3 song covers at this point, with more in the works. I sing, apparently. I've been also debating doing more, making an entire separate channel so that I can do stuff like preserve karaoke moments. Flowers are the bane of your existence. I'm allergic to grass and trees, and I still find time to touch them. What's your excuse? What's your excuse for not touching grass? I'm allergic! No, this is not a joke. I am allergic to grass and many trees. Is the brain rot? I mean, I kind of get that. YouTube and Twitch are different. There's obviously going to be like different cultures that develop on different platforms. Twitch has been the, YouTube stuff for however long. Elsewhere and then exclaim the pain. Okay, hold on, wait. 1 second. I didn't know what to go on. I've considered share. That is damn impressive. It took me. I will openly say, it took me many long time to even get something close to it. But that's because I suck at doing anything other than just sit down and stream. I need to, at some point, get more on the regular of editing some level of videos. Alright, I haven't even started doing any of what I wanted to do this stream so far. Hold on. So that... Right, I moved you over here. Why did I move you over here? You need to go here. You go here. Because the main thing I want to do... Okay, hold on. I also needed to... Draw line is here. We can get rid of a lot of this stuff. Okay, so... You're fine. I can reinsert for all end at any time. That background is not really useful. Oh, that's what that one was. Okay. I'll get rid of you. This is the original fish? Yeah, that's the original fish. Oh, because you have stream friends. Gotcha. Hey, there's no... You don't need to qualify it. Having people who regularly view you isn't a thing. Just because I started from nothing multiple times, actually. Because I mentioned it a few times, this is not my first attempt at streaming or content creation. Technically, my first attempt at YouTubing was over 10 years ago at this point. Inventory, that's what you sent me. Okay, I saw that a little bit. What was your challenge? Redefine what your retell me what your challenge run was for again. That is incredibly well organized and well sorted. Jesus Christ, why can I not have a brain like yours? Oh, so I presume it's very there. Up for a push to talk button. I think it does. I think it does. Oh yeah. Also for it. Hold on. What time is it for you right now in Germany? We can sort out what time, because I mean I'm sure this is not a guaranteed LC because we currently have 5 at the moment. At least I don't need to worry about editing much for you because I have so many assets of you already.
4:50 a.m.
Okay, so the collab for you would start at 1:30 a.m. What do you miss? Is walking your dog? I have no idea. You were in the stream earlier? Let's assume. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm relatively certain no one would mind. No one who's in it would mind if I invited you, but at the same time, I'll run it by in the meantime. I need to. Okay. I am descending everything. Hold on. This is the quickest way of doing this, I guess. Hold on. That. I somehow accidentally full screened a YouTube preview. Hold on. Don't mind what you're seeing. I come back up. This comes back up. Where is the further background? Now we can have that. We can have that. There's Peeperloon back there. During the starting soon screen, I've literally still been in setup mode. So, okay, it'll be below this. Oh, obviously it's this, duh. That. There we go. Oh, little fur heart got to move down a little as well. I don't like that anymore. Hold on, we're moving you here. And the grapple droideka. You know, Melting Love, you've had enough screen time in my channel history. You know what's still very surprising. God, that is. Still so clean, and a lot less fishy. Why are you on the droideka's ass? Because I am rearranging the scene at the moment, trying to figure out where everything can get a home. There we go. We can move Furret Heart there. That's the droideka. What are you? Oh, that's the gun. That's the timer. I don't care much for you. You can go away. The droideka can take this, and then we can flip him. Ignore the imperfect crop job. It just want hugs? Yes, it do. But now it's guarding Van V. Now it's keeping kids away from Van V. How fun. Why are you being hidden behind the robot? Look, I'm still sorting everything out. Right, here's the other fish. Look. Sorry, Doi went a little gun crazy. These are the chats. That's Van V. That's Doi. That's me. Okay, there we are.
It's keeping the kids on the van.
I thought it was keeping the kids away from the van, but you know what? It's keeping them on the van. There we go. Okay, we're a little bit decluttered. I do feel like I need something for the top left corner. I'm going to... Actually, hold on. Right, I have several screenshots in here. From Beyond Citadel, that I'm just like, I mean, these cannot be shown. I mean, they can for a flash. In every sense of the word, they can be shown for a flash. Your Resident Evil inventory. You already have a gun! You already have your own literal personal IRL gun. And and this image that you sent me of you that is over and that is your cat down there. You have a lot of things. Actually, okay, hold on. We have an option here. That's not what I wanted to do, you stupid computer. Hold on. I'm gonna make this simple.
More,
Oh, I thought you said, that sounded like you said moron, and I was... I became very confused there for a second. One second. Just put you in there. I'll move what folder you are in at some point. For now, there we go. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is a large screenshot. You also became, yeah, I want to give you guys different keywords here. Okay. So we get to have Tiny Buddy image in the top left, which, yes, I'm still very excited. The fact that episode 5 is, I will say, the teaser thing said that it is about 80% complete. So, I need to get the thumbnail made for that. Is all I need to say. That here. Oh, that's the current recording. Now you go to here, we go here. Now I need to LM. Oh my god, that's pain. So there to there. Here it is. So, Wolf looks adorable. Oh, she is in some ways. This is what I wanted to find. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that is starting at some point soon. So Silksong gets released. Tiny Bunny. The Silksong just is this year. Tiny Bunny has like a percentage and a tease, and you know, a bit more of a teaser than last I saw Silksong. Which reminds me, Hollow Knight is also on the list. Limbus, that is done. I'm just trying to think of the exact day I want to do that. Because Library of Ruina, US time, it was usually Monday nights that I would do that. That's about the time I would usually tend towards my Library of Ruina streams. Also, I'm going to keep the regular suit until I get a better idea of like Limbus aesthetic and then maybe get myself an outfit for there. But also, there's other things in plan. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. And then the other thing, I mentioned earlier that I want to try, or not earlier, but on a different stream, that I want to attempt, as I once did, kind of scheduling out streams in advance. And then on the Be Right Back screen, having a little Hongli. Do I just get to rip my own aesthetic from this? Get a new model for Limbus? The thing, I want to, but there's a few other things I want to do in the interim. Actually, for those who don't know, I have been working very sporadically, because it's also been interspersed with other work on other stuff, trying to work on new model stuff, which is a fun little thing that haven't worked on it a little bit. God, body proportions are always so weird, especially because I know certain things, like, yeah. But I want to play a little bit more into Limbus to get an idea of aesthetic of certain things. Red version of the LOR suit. That was what I was debating, but then I realized that I actually tried to look at the red, like the red suit was something that had been suggested. And I had debated that, but I want to get more of an idea.
But yeah, it's awesome. You're legit hardworking. Be proud of that.
No, don't say things like that. It'll make me blush. Compliments make me uncomfortable. I'm not used to them in life. How is it that I'm only getting them on this? You experiment something? I mean, you can make sound effects, but you shouldn't be able to talk. Yeah, that's the thumbnail I've had done for a bit. Actually, hold on, do I? No. We go back screen, we go back into the work in progress thumbnails. Because the other things I wanted to do, were... Hollow Knight is on the list. I want to finish up hard mode, or like New Game Plus for both Tomomi and Rolling Star.
I shall compliment thee. Thy editing of the Fee stream video was the most enjoyable editing of stream content I've seen in an eternity.
Well, considering the stream it came from got slideshow. Oh, for it, I never told you this. The outro for that video, I had to download and rip it from the Twitch VOD, because remember how the YouTube stream died? My YouTube stream is what was tied to the recording. So when the YouTube stream died, the recording died, and I needed to whatchamacallit, I needed to download the Twitch VOD and get it was literally just the outro hubba-bye that I needed to pull from that. Also, I wonder how many people in my audience, because even I don't really know it, I just know it from the grunting. Who in the hell in my audience got the Home Improvement reference? Who in the hell got the Tim Allen Home Improvement reference? Because even I only vaguely knew that. I do actually, okay, I don't know exact age, but I hear a lot of people in my audience talking about like college and stuff. I know there's, the what reference? The Home Improvement reference. Hold on, I'll get the, where is it? Hold on. Where, I'll pull up the video, hold on. This YouTube stuff, videos, edited. Mute you. I should be able to just pop you in here, pop you here. Skip through here. Where the hell? No, it was like back here. Hold on. Don't mind me. Is this playing audio? It shouldn't be at this moment. Where in the hell? No, that's going to be a little farther on. Fear of confusion. It should be like later on. No audio yet? Good. Man, I love... Hold on. Emergency button. I can't actually hear what is being said right now because the emergency button so much. This is the exact same clipping glitch happened. That's a relatively... Can you I hit the emergency... Sorry, I'm just... Emergency button. Confusion is great. Do that. It respawned me inside the fish. Oh, hey, it's the angler. Fishy, how you doing? I'm trying to figure out... This is work... Yeah, oh, right. This lovely little... I'm just gonna let this play out. It's funny. Hey, it's the angler. You know, I get that as far as, like, actual ocean stuff goes. Jesus Christ, can you... What? I hope... As an aside, I'm incredibly glad I've successfully made my model as expressive as I did. Is game good? Either of them? Where the hell? Where the hell is Tim Allen? Okay, hold on. We're just gonna... Hi, I'm back. Look, I have a different way of finding out where the hell Tim Allen is. I genuinely forget where in that video I put him up. Hold on. I just realized I don't actually have another way of figuring out where Tim Allen is. Hold on. I might be dumb. Nope, that one was short. Here we are. That's you. That's you. That's you. Where is... Where the hell are you? Don't. There you are. Okay, so, oh wow, you're right at the end. Jesus. Okay, of course, I would have never found you. Don't mind me, I'm just being dumb. Open you. Hold on. Show you. You're like right around... Oh, not at the end. God, this video is longer than I gave it credit for. Why did it kick me up? This game just doesn't like you standing still. Oh, hey, fishy. Oh my god, there is... I realize I left the BGM on. Hold on. Open. Okay, this does not seem... No, this is one I've been to then. Am I just supposed to keep going deeper? Okay, we're just gonna emergency button. The silence of the deep. Your screams are nothing. I don't scream in anguish. I scream in confusion. The confusion scream. Okay, that just sounds... Apparently my confused scream is just Tim Allen. I just keep... Did anyone... Does anyone get that reference? Does anyone in my audience get the Home Improvement reference? That is the reference I was going for there. Did anyone get that? Okay, good. The fact that you're saying, oh, is making me feel better. Because I don't think I ever actually watched the show dedicatedly, or even at all, but I know I caught glimpses of it. Very commonly used. Yeah, no, because I looked it up. Apparently, that is one of many weird noises Tim Allen makes in that show. Because apparently, there's just a lot of like. I guess that's one of those clips that at some point transcended its original material and is now just more of a meme clip. But regardless. Right, okay, that's what I was gonna do. So next thing I need to work on. Let's take that image, close that. Now your internet is dying. You know what? It is yours. Someone send the power to Germany. Everyone, why was I gonna? Everyone send good energy to Germany so that for it may live. Send good Germany to internet. Send good Germany to energy to internet to live. Oh. Oy, oy, oy. That is what I meant to say. Okay. Also, once the timer hits 0, that's when we're going to go into actual super effective planning mode. Oh, right. I did mean to at some point. Because people were asking about separate... I forget that Wi-Fi will always trigger that for you. Because I know, like, earlier I was asked about the whole different outfit for Limbus. I did want to say, and I might be able to make something rigged up. Should I don't know where I should make this announcement, either like on the channel community tab, announcement tab, or both. I did want to see if anyone was artistically inclined or not, and you just want to sketch a concept, see what people could come up with. Excuse me, for an outfit concept. And then I would do my best to attempt to make it into something rigged up for me to blah blah blah, and also maybe have something to do with the thumbnail. Because right now the thumbnail still has like Library of Ruina aesthetic to it, which is not entirely a bad thing. I do enjoy how the suit came out, which... Am I up with the suit? Yeah, I have the suit on. What, there's a... Comes from a sad blue frog. Man, without context of that is a thing that is a thing. But yeah, give it, you know, I like how the suit came out and all that. God, right, I completely forgot I have oh my god, I forgot my feet are a little bit, there's a little bit of an offage on the feet that no one noticed because, yeah, you can notice it a little bit. One of the glows is a little bit off on one of them because I messed something up at some point in the rigging process. Yeah, I forgot I updated my feet for this outfit because I like the new feet design better. But yeah, if we could have a potential, yes, the rare time where my feet go on screen. Anyway. But yeah, I'll probably keep wearing the suit for Limbus, and then if anyone has any more, like if people want to have more of a concrete idea, then yeah, we can work with something. So right now I have that. I want to make a few more thumbnails. Need to get all that. What is my request? My request... I guess it would be a request. Would be for anyone in my community who is inclined, either inclined in some way to attempt to sketch or come up with a Limbus company themed design for an outfit of mine or for an aesthetic of mine, and then I see if I try and get that into something that is rigged up for, you know, actual use. That is what I was considering, and I meant to do that a while ago. Yeah, I think close. You get excited about fancy people. Sorry. There we go. Now it's a robe, less formal. As long as I don't show the button, it just looks like. Oh my god. Sorry, I forget that it just shows the little tummy peak. Ah, God, I love that. Yeah, from top, if you just hide it here, it just kind of looks like a robe. Really? Nah, fair enough. I don't... Especially... We already have Ferty doing something, and I would feel bad to do further without payment for service. And that... I did just ask for, like, if you want to, you could blah, blah, blah. But I would feel bad if we're asking for more without payment for services, although that might be something in the future that I consider. Fresh out of the shower? Exactly. Let's put that back on. But that might be something in the future to consider, Forty being like a full-time emote artist, if I so come to that. Because I do enjoy how the little cutesy art for the Furret Heart emote in the Discord server came. And I'll say it for, whatchamacallit? For the public, there is a YouTube version of the Furret Heart emote that is in the Discord server, being on the Asasasasa YouTube channel. Alright, that is the timer. Where the hell is the timer? Timer is dead. But that will just kind of show up whenever that shows up. Yeah. Oh, I get to take up more space here. It'll be fun. Ooh. That there. What did I want to make now? Right. Ooh, we can do this. Do that. Oh, right. I wanted to make a new. Now efficient planning time. Yes. Because things to do and things to plan out effectively. I want to get the, like I said, the be right back screen. I'm not actually be right backing. Hi, hello, Frank. We'll call the use for the sake of that. So the idea would be move the text up a little bit and then maybe scooch me to the side a little bit more. But then in the area, like, actually, hold on, Chibi, I need to turn off your moving. I'm gonna use Chibi as my little pointer. So, like, move all of the text for be right back, move that up and kind of scrunch it. Scrunch me this way, and then over in here, in this new space, kind of show the next few streams. And then have the idea be, I know my audience is, I think the most common time basing is US, but I know my audience is a bit on the international side. Coming next Thursday. Well then. That's an interesting thing to think about. I don't know. With Library of Ruin, I didn't have to worry about this. I always worry about... whatchamacallit? I always worry about with game releases getting... If it's a bigger game, I worry about getting buried in the algorithm. To crystallize the letters? It would be. That would be a little... I could, yeah. That would just have to be custom fonting. I usually just do type and do that. So... But I was gonna say, I think for the sake of universalness, it would be best to use GMT time, because that's just the universal standard. Because, you know, every, like... What is it, UTC or however, yeah, GMT or however it is, to, you know, effectively have the standard time, because I know, actually, no, if you go it across my mods, all three of my mods, actually, all four of my mods live in a different time zone. That's a funny. So don't worry about it. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I have only one eyebrow. I tried putting something over the crystal eye in design. It looked weird with how the crystal eye looks now. Like I said, I want to, in new model, update a few things, see how it comes out. You know, I have ideas. I just need, my brain can sometimes go on, who knows. Motivation is a fickle thing, you know? Motivation is a very fickle thing sometimes. I try my best to do with what I have. Okay, hold on. Where do let's go to the art stuff folder. Art stuff. This PC, this folder. God, I need to... How long would it take to transfer? Oh God, that's an old hard disk. That would take a while to transfer all that. I need to have... Green crystal equal yet crystal eyebrows to fit the crystal eye. That also looked weird. I think I tried the crystal eyebrow. That looked weird. But you'll notice, because of how big the crystal is, the crystal completely covers up where the eye socket would be, and then some. The little, hold on, yeah. The little spiky bit. Funny thing, if anyone's noticed, in a lot of arts of myself, like here we go, even be right back. I've simplified the crystal eye design a little bit. And whatchamacallit, in my YouTube profile picture, I think have I simplified it in there? I simplified it a little in my profile picture. I have a gem. No, Evoloon is another thing. God, I need to... Look, lore stuff that I technically have had in my mind for years but never fully said. There's a reason I've hinted at the whole idea of the human mind is far more than enough to have... has far more than enough in it for multiple people, effectively. But yeah, you'll notice, like, it would... Yeah, it would be a little bit of weirdness to have the regular eyebrow on there. I hope to address some of that in a future model, like, hopefully. And I hope I can make the suit still kind of fit. I like, similar body type and all that, but we will see how that ends up going. Like, now that would be Cyberloon, which is another scrapped concept from a few years ago. With the one Creed. I mean, technically they're both, well, depends on, I mean, I know if you color pick it, my actual eye goes into green, but I can understand why some people, depending on what type of monitor you have, with what type of color accuracy it has, you would say it would be more blue. Because it looks blue on certain other monitors. Here we go. So what I want to do... So I have that. Where is... We go here. We go to YouTube stuff. Oh, also I want to... Or like that. I would need to draw certain inspiration from stuff, because I will... For those who are newer around here and haven't heard the lore spiel... The whole point of the crystals is it is crystallized energy of creation. It is less so the crystals being important. Sorry, forgot that Windows noises would pop up if I touched things at the wrong time. What can I touch that makes this okay? I can do this. But remember, it's mostly the energy. The crystallized is just the dense energy is how that is. It's less actual earth mineral. Ugh. Yeah, me. Other way. Me blame. Okay, go here. Art stuff. So where do I have the thing here? You thought that was a bit? You thought what was a bit? Wait, what did people think was a bit around here? Oh, we thought the Windows noise. No, I was trying to toggle my... That's the power of my power, is I was in the power. Oh, I don't like that popping. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I do not like that popping. Where is... Okay, there's that. Wait, didn't I have another document for this in... Okay, there it is. We have this. Going to do a ball of it. Heart of Esper... I end every single...
The power... It's melting me at... Wait, no, it isn't. Nothing happened.
Well, actually, my frame started dropping. That's what happened. But no, this is how I end every single stream, is by, like, doing this. I mean, I have this as... Somehow that is not what I intended to do, but more fitting to prove a point, I feel. I forgot that pressing down and up while tapped into OBS will toggle me through scene. Right, well, this is the, no, that's disciplinary. And I tend to not use him anymore because, I don't know, I'm kind of glad I've had this mentality. The weird AI nonsense has kind of lost its charm to now it's just random BS. Like, just disciplinary can have his moments, but even okay, well, there go frames. Hopefully you can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me through the frame drops that are happening. This stream isn't as important to keep the frames exactly, so we're good for now. but the Void itself, the Void is a separate character. Hold on. Don't mind me, gotta toggle some stuff. Hold on, we're going to here. Wait, am I about to go Jack-O-Loon, or am I about to properly turn into her? There we go, hi.
Storybook, Jason. Mama.
Yeah, no one ask who this character is. This, hold on, what? I'm on the proper model. Yeah, for those who don't know, that was, oh god, I made that model in 6 hours? I think that's the quickest, no, second quickest, because now we have the super quick loon. But that model was just kind of, I had no concept in mind when I started. Who is this? Don't worry about it. That's lore that you will learn later once I have a justification to make lore animations. Who is that character? Don't ask questions that you don't want the proper answers to, and that I can properly answer the vague idea. I know at some point I started calling her Celeste, Child of the Void. That is all I can say. No, that is a separate character. Look, one of these days, if I'm... Look, female loon would be a hell of a thing if I just do it with my hyper-effeminate voice for an entire stream. If I can ever get to a point where my vocal cords can hold my super high pitch long enough, that would be funny. Space Mom. Okay, so you... You're all three separate, so bye. How do I want to format this? Is this still your manager? Yes. But to be fair, female doesn't properly exist because, you know, I am still me. I think I just pulled out the wings. Oh yeah, these old relics that really need a redesign at some point. That's the reason I never pulled them out. That's the reason I never pulled those out. So many things that people don't even know about. But yeah, also, I mean... Yeah, ball. Just need the VTuber girl chat and now female. That's the thing. I need... Well, also, yeah, because... The outfit is a bit... Hold on, like... I mean, I have the... Yeah, hi, there's my body. I find it odd. This is a little behind the scenes thing. I find it weird how much time I put into detailing the little stuff of the actual torso and chest area. And I never show it off because usually, with very rare exceptions, my audience is not typically that tight. I mean, no, I've done the shower stream, and that to this day is my most profitable stream. Don't flash. I flash if I want to. Until YouTube says no. I can just do this, I guess. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I always find it funny. I put way too much time and effort into detailing the torso of my body just to never show it off. Because there's such a rare... It's so rare that it comes up. The emerald crystal kind... You can view them however you want. Like I said, they are more... It is more crystallized energy than any actual earth mineral crystal. Complete never... Okay, Frank, we're just gonna move on from that. Actually, hold on. If I hold on, I'm trying to work on. Yeah, I'm trying to do the work. If I scooch, why are you so wide? So I put you like here. Do that. Otherwise, you. There we go. Oh, you're gonna be that. That's all this. You. You get to scooch over here a little bit. What? Oh, right, because you're... Crystal Battle... I mean... not quite battle armor, and at some point in the lore I had decided a weird weird thing about this. I may decide to retcon because I'm not sure how I like it anymore. As a thing, right? I forget I get shorter every time I transform back from that. I go here, scooch myself there, and like put upcoming streams in like a block here. Okay. One of the things I want to get opinion on things. Like shoulder spikes. I actually did want to do like a more traditional over armor as opposed to transformation of body. Plus I was pointing at you, you'd likely be blinded by the fact of it. Like, it just came out of no way. I bet. Oh right, the idea was, because I had it in lore that I transitioned from old model to new model by effectively going into the metamorphosis and then coming out. In lore, Chibi was the first attempt to create new life from myself, so he is a fragment of me, hence why he is... In lore, he is born of me and is a fragment that is effectively a condensed form of all of my childishness and impulsiveness. That is what he is. I think, that we need to get more effective retconning of the lore, because I did have the Chrysalis state. I want to have, as opposed to going from the old model, because I don't want the old model to be, we can avoid being canon or not, but instead of going from that one to this one being more so decrepit and almost dead, because in the lore, in the lore that I made, hold on, let me type a thing. In the lore that I had in my head, it was that I had the human before Loon had been found near death by effectively a scout from a just now starting universe that was sent out to see how other universes had been made and how they got to any point that they got too close to me as I was dying, and then in that quite literally my brain just kind of said as God magic bullshittery, that accidentally got too close at the moment of passing and fused in through the eye socket, hence why that was the point of entry, and kept me alive, right on the edge of death. I think I needed to reword how some of that works, just because it doesn't make the most amount of sense, not exactly, but hey, we can flesh some of the stuff out. And next thing I knew, woke up in pocket dimension in between, and hence why I have the ability to make pocket dimension is because energy within body is that was intended to create a universe, but it's a very small portion, so I get a pocket dimension. Beat up doll. No. We have the one. Chibi was the original, and then he started doing more mitosis. Chibi is my mitosis child, and then he started doing more mitosis on his own. That is how that is. Hence why we have, like, the Chibi army and all of that. Like, hence why we have the Chibi army here. I forget why cloning came up into it. Right, no, because in the dance party, someone said cloning, and then I said, screw it, we make that canon. What a fusion job that is a certain part of Russia. You know what? Yes.
Stars.
I got very scared for a moment as to why Nemesis was walking up behind me. Games to play them. No, I can pass back and forth between Pocket Dimension because the logic I use is Pocket Dimension is a midway between Original Universe, otherwise known as the one that you all reside in prominently, and the Unfinished Universe. I think at some point, no, yeah, I want to retcon that. But effectively, there is the in-between at this point. So, you know what? I don't even need to retcon it. I just need to not say the idea I don't like because I've never said it. Also, speaking of things, so this... I don't know how this is framed up. So the idea here would be in the open space... Hold on, do I have a... Can I control see you. Thank you. So we go here. The idea for this is we have, you know, I'm scooted over here. Be Right Back is now up here, and then this open space here. Any other dimension you should know about? That would be a spoiler. Oh, Ruina. Oh! I thought that was a Chernobyl joke, and I thought you got fusion and fission backwards. Oops! Okay, back to this though. So in here, the idea would be to have upcoming streams, and then like have a little text saying like upcoming streams, and then a notification saying check channel for exact times. Or would it be better to put like a GMT time zone starting time? Because again, I want to use like GMT. One second. International standard was, though it has now been replaced by according to Universal Time. GMT is still the legal time in Britain in the winter used. Okay, well, yeah, that. Is there is no difference between. Okay, they are the exact same time. Okay. Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been.
The only other dimension I know about is the Eternal Abyss. It's where I was sent after the facility was reset.
Two or three small. I would need to either animate that or pay someone to animate that, because I'm not a. My idea was effectively to. That's the outro. Stream is not over. Hold on. That stream is not over. Don't mind my clicking. My idea was still to have like Chibi being the DVD logo around. If I could animate or pay someone to animate or do something along those lines. But it would effectively, we have these slots here, which I think, how much? Okay, hold on. We're just gonna grab some random thumbnails here and see like how many of these I can fit. We just go to this, we go to this, we go to this. Hold on. Not actually be right backing. Enjoy your sleep, Frank. May it be ever acupuncturous. Okay, so let's just grab, random, let's grab this thumbnail. Hold on, so I can scooch this down and put this like here. That gives room for 4 upcoming streams. So like that one, hold on, we can, we'll give credit where it's due to, what scale are you at the moment? Hold on. Or as well, if I get any, I have some levels of fan art, but I mean, yeah, that. Ugh. 1 second. Right, where's the transform thing? Hold on. Because there is a lot of this stuff. How much? There is very little around here that I use that is not my own. Obviously, I have some whatchamacallit. I have some the music that I use is not my own. You're back. Your internet died. Welcome. We're testing some stuff. Transform. So you are that. Where the hell is scale? Okay. I'm sorry, Battle Droid. Didn't know you were roaring. Okay, so we can do. Yep. Oh, did that? Hold on. That doesn't scale. Hold on. That that's funny. Can I even link? Hold on. Oh, maybe. Okay. So that's that. Oh no, wait. 720 by 12. 720 by 1280? Okay, yeah, that is like standard. That is standard. So instead. So I scale them to 400. That's about how big they are. How visible is that on a screen still? Like, how visible is that on a screen? Like, if I were to have that, like, say we're... Oh my god, can I... Why can they not snap to each other? Okay, we have that, we have that. And then I do, like, you know, for sake of argument, we have, like, Control-C, Control-V. Can you snap to that? Some girls would call it average, you know? Fair enough. I feel bad for those girls because that is not a good experience. I can actually realize I can make the "be right back" text up top a little bigger as well. Make that down. Oh no, because I need to have like the text of like. Let's just for the sake of it. Hold on. Text. Like, this is just for the sake of testing some stuff. So we scooch the like. We have this here. Yeah, we can do that. We can have something format similar to that. Get some sleep down. If you need some sleep, go get that. Okay. So, yeah, we can have like 4 upcoming streams on there on the Be Right Back. The part of the reason for this, admittedly, is because... Good night to the heart. This is a part of it, in my brain. This is a thing of maybe people who are only here for certain types of streams will see other stuff I'm doing, get at least vaguely interested. Because I know the algorithm will sometimes be like, oh, you're doing specific type of content that specific type of people like. And then it will just only recommend that stuff. Hence why it's like, I knew that. One second. Okay. So this is kind of the proto for this. I could probably, yeah, I want to make this a little more official, maybe make a better format. Obviously, I would put these wouldn't be in OBS. They would be in the actual thing, and I would slot them in and out. And you pop in for 2 minutes before leaving. What do you pop in for, Frank? Okay. So then we come back here. Actually, hold on. We should probably... 1 second. But yeah, what is... Do we like this as a do we like this in concept, and should I try it out once I get more of a schedule-y type thing going? So hi. Aw, hello, Frankie. Maybe I could also have... We'll see. We...
Piddly Pumperson.
Is that the piddly Pumperson of improvement? If so, I love it. Ow, my knee. I hit my table. My desk, even. Okay, so we're gonna... Do not delete the chibi. But that is a... Seems well made. Well enough. So we have the base concept. I just want to make a format that I can, instead of... Right, this is the wrong scene. Instead of, whatchamacallit. Yeah, instead of putting it all in OBS, I'll, obviously make that all a thing over in... I use Clip Studio Paint, so I can effectively... Yeah, I effectively want to... Let's just import you here. Control-C, Control-V. I just need to every so often update this, and then we scooch this down to, like, a random... Not random, but, you get the idea. That, text up top, maybe put a little border around some of that stuff. Oh, that's another thing I could have done. Or I could do, I should say. Okay. I probably just have the blank format there. Yes, this is stuff I could think of off stream, but hey, where would the fun in doing it off stream be? Where would this fun in doing it off stream be? We get to watch the world burn while I do it live. And I get to chuckle weirdly because I enjoy chuckling weirdly apparently. Ooh. Okay. That's that. Thinking, okay. And the other idea is I'm trying to think of when... I presume earlier... Okay, who was it who earlier said my streams are usually in a dead zone for like Limbus streams? Who was that who said that? I genuinely forget. My brain has been trying to think of other things. Because I'm presuming that means the normal start time that I would normally do the Library of Ruina streams on. If I am not mistaken. You did? Okay. Yeah, most of the Library of Ruina, I tried to keep around about the same time. That was the one I was trying really hard to keep consistent on the start time. Because I was like, do not upset the Project Moon people. The Project Moon people will be there for you. I'll throw that there. So, yes, and this is a little bit of part of, whatchamacallit. I was there for more than an hour. There was one who did it somewhat regularly, who I saw somewhat. I can't wait to start it. I actually, in the later parts of Library of Ruina, when I would do some off-stream grinding, but genuinely I was enjoying the off-stream grinding because I was like, this gives me an excuse to play off-stream. I can't progress. Project Moon, what's going on? Oh, did you miss it? Hold on, did you? God, I hate this though. So I have my thumbnail folder, right? Which has all thumbnails I've ever made, and Limbus is directly alphabetically in between library and lobotomy. So I have to scan through and find the point where lobotomy ends and library begins to find Limbus. Kill you. Where are you? That's library. There you are. Oh yeah, oh. Sometime soon. Sometime soon. But yeah, I might try to make that a regular... Because again, for US time zone, it was evening Monday is when I would usually stream library. And again, I think, from Devil May Cry, yeah, something like that, just with a nice, with a clock head. What? So that is part of the plan. Because remember early... Okay, my brain has too many things. I'm gonna do a be right back real quick. Try and clear out my brain to get the thoughts a little bit straight real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna commit be right back real quick. My thought is having too many brains at once real quick. Say about Limbus. Well, feels wrong. We are getting to it. We're getting to it. It will be there. We can almost talk about it. I presume there are going to be many times when a Millie song is coming up where everyone's going to start putting lyrics into the chat, and I'm going to be like, barring a few exceptions of some of the songs I have heard, I will be very confused. But either way, I'm going to do a quick be right back to get my brain a little sorted out. Actually, funny thing. This is a random thing as well. So I still have... I'm just going to flash this here for a sec. I still have the Library of Ruina Spring Theocracy cover outro. Good idea to use that as the close for the Limbus streams, yes or no? Discuss as I be right back. Oh, wait, hold on. I've got to turn on the chibi toggle. Toggle! Be right back.
Oh, round and round we go, holding on to pain, driven by our ego, feelings untold, spinning our own version of the past that you could never know. I must be the reason why hell...
Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of had the feeling. Oh. I mean, I did kind of have the feeling it would be very, less fitting. Also, I'm back if you couldn't tell. Less fitting for Limbus. Because, Library, it's very obviously the song there. A, that. B, I could try to do a cover of one of the Limbus songs. That would be a bit of a thing, just to try and get that done. And also, considering that was the first song cover I ever did, I'm very, 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 very aware of the flaws that it has. Ugh. I wasn't kidding myself in thinking, oh, this is glorious perfection. It is incredibly flawed, to a lot of things. People seem to enjoy it, but I could probably do a re-record of it, do way, 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 way better. There is a fitting one. Oh, okay. Okay. There's that. Good there. Okay. I mean, hell, I'd even the the Mugen cover me and Venvi did is, I see the flaws in it. Dear Agony as well, flaws in it still. That is what I do not have in the brain. There. Now I do. Oh. Funny thing, over time, the thing I tried to improve. I'm tempted to listen to my own self sing for a little bit, just to try and hear the progression of stuff. Actually, no, even from... Oh, damn. Clap. But no, anyone who hasn't seen it, I haven't posted it, or I haven't preserved it anywhere other than on my computer. The most recent, because on Venvi's most recent live karaoke, he allowed me to come on and do the live duet of Mugen again. I feel the live versions of Mugen that we have done on his karaokes are more evidence to me having improved some stuff than any of the covers I've done. I actually think Dear Agony came out fine. Came out, especially for a very, very short-term project that was born out of mental distress. I do want to keep improving on that front. So that is... I mean, I get why it happened, but if you look at the song covers I've done, I find it funny that the better I get, the lower the viewership on them. Again, I get why that is, because it's, less and less relevant, but... I'll listen to pass on off stream just for the sake of copyright being a thing that exists, and see how that is. The more I enjoy a song, the easier it usually feels to learn and learn and do. I feel like I would have had such an easier time learning songs that were not String Theocracy from Millie. Because String Theocracy, I do enjoy it. It is just not the typical thing I would listen to on a normal basis. That was born from that. Okay, so that's that. The other thing.
Careful, pass on is in full Korean.
I gotta learn that at some point. Gotta learn the tendencies. Gotta learn how to sing. I don't need to learn the language, I need to just learn how to sing the language. Kind of like how I did with Japanese for the bit of Japanese singing I have done. Welcome back from the donut coffee shop. Yes, there are indeed options. My brain is thinking too much right now. Hold on, that there. You just use an English cover. Did you sing along or did you sing off memory? Okay. Funny thing, the fact that it is not a Millie song, comparatively speaking to, you know, all the other Project Moon based Project Moon type songs. That almost makes it probably easier, because Millie, I love them, but they are very odd as far as stuff like timing and all that go. Memory of an English cover, gotcha. God, my memory is so... I find it... Hold on, did I accidentally? My memory is so not good. Actually, no. My memory is weird in a certain sense. It is not a very good, but once something is locked in there, it is locked in there and very rarely will actually leave. Or if it does, it requires very minimal refresher to do it. Once locked, it is locked. That is indeed how that works. Okay, that to here, that to here. That most of the thing is oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it is. There are only a couple of songs I can... Yeah, there's only a couple of songs I can sing without some level of guidance. Like, what is it? Mugen is one that I can sing pretty well off of memory. If I have the instrumental, I can time it relatively well. Primarily because I've done it twice already at this point, live, for the sake of Envy at that point. I keep saying at that point. Strength the Arcady, I would... Any Millie... The part of the reason I haven't done any karaoke for From a Place of Love is because without a strong level of guidance on where the hell to talk, it is really hard to tell where the words go in that song without a guide. It is real hard to tell where the words go in that type of song, in that song without a guide. Go back into over here. We go into this. No. We go this. Yes, you. Impromptu. Why are you saying "don't worry" as in I should? You say that like I just like, oh, I don't want Loon to be threatened by my singing, therefore I will admit that I did terrible. No, you do good. I'm just saying how I do things. Because I think, what is it, if you remember the karaoke stream me and Venvi did pre-Mugen, the only song there that I didn't have like a karaoke guide to was Rage of Dust, the song I opened with. That one was, I had the lyrics in front of me and I had to kind of feel out the timing. And I will say, I wanted to open with that song because it was a real hype pace setter for the karaoke. But also, dear God, my heart was in my throat because hadn't sang live before. And I also chose the one song that didn't have a karaoke guide. So guess who caught himself going fast multiple times? I'm sure you can catch it like in the karaoke archive on the Discord. I'm sure you can tell there are moments where I go fast, and I've flubbed a couple of the one or two times in there. One or two, I cannot tell. So you. Instead, I should probably have... I think I would need to have that as a single... No, I wouldn't. I can just keep you as reference points. Don't mind me. My brain is going into the worky mode. That. See this. Don't mind me just going into me do think mode. Actually, no, okay, did I just do anything to myself? Hold on. I always need to remember, if I type numbers, it's a dangerous game because all of my keybinds for my model are all tied to the numpad. So if I ever type the wrong numbers, I accidentally strip myself. I accidentally strip on stream. Hold on. Don't mind me. There. Cody, you're always just here. Oh, that's lovely. No, it's always great when you have. It is amazing to have the support of people. That is. It's always really encouraging. That's the only reason I did any type of singing stuff is because, like, you can look very emotional. So, sorry, I don't mean to. No, it's. Yeah. Oh, okay, this is. Sorry, my brain was going back and forth on do I tell story or do I. Yeah. Do I not? But no, the only reason I even started singing was because people around me would hear me just sing to myself and be like, oh, that's good. And I was like, yeah, screw it, I'll give it a shot. And then, you know, one second. And then I see the String Theocracy cover actually doing well, and I'm like, okay, we see how this goes. And then blah, 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 blah. A lot of work for you. You consigned yourself to this prison. These are walls of your own building. Also, okay, we're gonna. Thank you, Windows Noise. Sorry, I had to take a screenshot. I'm working on more of the, whatchamacallit. I cannot just. Okay, screw it, we're just gonna go here. So this is currently what the thing is looking like. I want to, have the border. We just need to have the text in that format be here, be like at the top. I want to add the crystal edge coloring to this as well. Maybe make it a little glowy on that one. Something ultra trust. Guys happy. I was gonna sound weird. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. No. What make me happy is currently irrelevant. Well, actually, right now it's a planning stream. This is less of an entertainment stream, more of the planning stream. So, you know what? The happiness is not relevant right now. Well, it's kind of relevant. For the most part, I will put myself at expense for the sake of making other people happy. Okay, this here. Because remember how I've said a little bit ago that some stuff needs to... Oh, right. Okay. Right. This will make it easier. I did want to posit this, or ask people of this, because I don't know how clipping works exactly, or how the clips exactly work. I want people to just, any little moment they find amusing or funny or anything, try to clip the moment, because I want to start trying to do some level of, like, highlight compilations, where it's just little funny little moments of the stream. Almost like how I used to do shorts, where I would just take one little funny moment completely out of context and then post it. But I want to do that more so in long form, because I've noticed in the long term, shorts are not... They can get a lot of views, but they don't actually lead to retaining an audience. I can count probably on one hand how many people come from that. Eating diet? Oh, that's fun. Oh, eating dirt. Now, some people would argue those are the same thing. Clipping the birth of Frank. There are some things I kind of want to go back to, because also I don't know what the hell people find funny. I find my sense of humor is not the same as a lot of people's. The funniest thing to me is video game shadows. I legitimately can look at, like, the shadow of video game characters and go like, and I will laugh my ass off because I find that funny as hell. Probably me screaming out of fear. I could make an entire compilation that hits the threshold for mid-roll ads out of just me yipping. That'll be $5.47. Yeah, that one. Okay, that one has a two-part. That one has a setup and payoff. I could do, sorry, I just had a funny edit idea where I go to the original one of that. God, a lot of those video files are on the old computer. I kind of meant going forward. If you want to bring up funny moments from past streams, that is also good. The only reason I'm asking for help on that is because in the moment, I am more focused on streaming as opposed to, you know, I'm way more focused on streaming as opposed to trying to be like, oh, is that a moment I can put into a thing, blah, 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 blah. Crystal to the corner of the thumbnail. Which thumbnail? What do you mean? The dirt eater that proceeded to go outside and get dirt. Wait, future one, the present one. Do you mean just in general all thumbnails? Also, I don't know how much dirt your Oshi was consuming. As a child, I mean, you know, people say everyone ate sand as a child. I ate sand and I remember the texture and taste fondly. I remember enjoying eating sand. I yearn for it. In general, I do wonder what the point of that would be. I mean, you know, usually my eye is already in shot. And unless it would really fit, I mean, I don't know if that would be a thing. You only ate paper? Oh, I ate paper too. I remember eating paper as well. Sand, from an outdoor sandbox that I know for a fact, kittens used as litter boxes. Actually, oh, no. Okay, Battle Droid, I know, okay, maybe this is not exactly what you meant here, but the idea you gave me is, like, making the edge of these frames. The edge of these frames have a bit of crystalling. Also, don't mind that it's the FNAF Marathon Jump Scare compilation thumbnail, or at least one of them. Oh yeah, for anyone who's unaware, I did a marathon of Five Nights at Freddy's 1 through Pizzeria Sim, back when the movie was coming out. Sorry, I thought you meant all thumbnails in general. God, my brain didn't... Yeah, okay. That is definitely doable, just to give it a little more proper edging. My brain did not... Sorry, I did not understand the wisdom of a droid. Also... No, there is no also. I would have been talking out of Lenus. Is there an also? Maybe there's an also. Maybe there is an also. Is there an also? We're gonna move on from that, I guess. Because I guess what I could also do... what do I want to do? What did I want to say? What did I do? What did I say? What I want to say, do? There's also always an also... I mean, also feces. Technically. Of the holodeck... I mean, I guess that could work as framing, yeah. I guess I could make some level of crystalline framing for the stuff. Sometimes I feel like it would come as intrusive. Like, I will say... Where is it? QR. Like, I think putting anything on the edges of this thumbnail would have just actively made it worse, because the whole idea of this thumbnail is it's her face. Hell, I argued with myself on if I should even leave me in the corner there. That is how much I was debating on just having it be her face. So I guess if I could find... What do we call it? If I could find the proper context... I still have to work a repo thumbnail. And all that. Red. 1 second. Oh, but do a boom boom. Ay, ay, ay. Ugh. That's what general thing was. I mean, yeah, I get that, but I also like to think about things very, very, very much to make sure I make the best possible decision. Sometimes I think too much, and then we get, you know, caught up in the intermindial bureaucracy of everything. Ugh. Yeah, okay. So aside from that, what I will say is I kind of want to, at least for the upcoming streams section on the Be Right Back screen, that I can guarantee do like crystal edges on those as opposed to the generic like green outline, and that I think would look good. Other thing I was thinking about. Right. Now this is... I meant to say this a few times already. But the whole point of wanting to have the upcoming streams thing is because... No, I did say it at some point, but I want to repeat it. It's for the sake of whenever I'm doing like a Limbus stream or a Yu-Gi-Oh stream, you know, the two most popular pieces of content, by a mile, discounting Tiny Bunny because... God, Tiny Bunny! Soon. You will be here soon. Is, again, some people only come for that content, and that's perfectly fine, but it's, you know, showing them that the other stuff exists. You know? And then they know it exists, maybe they're like, oh, I like this ugly weirdo. How did you play a Pokemon fan game? What do you mean? What it cost? What is the Pokemon fan game, and what is the context, and how much are you offering? That last part is a joke. That last part is a hardcore joke. So you could use the name. I mean, the Grapple Droidica is just going to sit here until I remember to delete it. Just ignore the bits of white that I forgot to remove in my cropping. So the only Pokemon stuff I've put more time into is like mainline stuff, and then I put way more time into online competitive stuff. Pokemon Pathway. What the hell is Pokemon Pathway? Google time. Okay. I cannot glean much. Every changelog has a spoiler. Wait, you get that feel? Wait, what? You get what feeling of that? Hold on, What feeling do you get? My brain did not interpret that properly, apparently. Roll being with characters and stuff. Oh, okay. I've never played a Fire Emblem game either, so I mean, I got new experience on that one. That is very much on the maybe list. You know, I will say, I think this is funny. We have the game recommend or the stream requests channel in the Discord. I think I have played one game from all of that. Oh right, yeah, that one. Wait, what was it? Oh right, you. Okay. Right. Some of them are joke ones, and some of them I don't. I need to at some point go through a lot of the request stuff. All right, Rain World, which I said I think I'd play at 1200. Right, that one. Oh, okay, understood. Yeah, no, there were a few of these that I actually do want to play. Rain World I know was a 1200 subs thing. Hold on, let me scroll all the way back up to this. This is a lot of text that I think does not actually relate to anything. God, this actually goes up a wave. That one, there we go. Yep, that one. God, I forgot this goes back to 2023 when I, like, publicly made that open. Alright, that. Oh, that one.
Normally I would put Don't Starve Together in the recommendations, but I'd be too envious of the people you play with.
Oh, yeah, I've never heard it. Well, there's another game I have on, hold on, there's another game I have on the docket. I like to find smaller games, but I realize now I need to intersperse the smaller games that I like trying to find, because sometimes I get stuff that does not properly work, whatever the hell that fish game was, and then I find really hidden gems that I enjoy, like Tomomi and Rolling Star are both very fun. And there's another game in here. Hold on. That is the wrong drive. That one. Steam, that. Where are you? Here you are. This one is a little bit more popular, and this is more so I saw it on sale. And for those who know or don't know, very much reminded me of Rube Knight by what I saw of it. So that's at some point upcoming. What else did I get in the... Oh, this as well. Hell you. Yeah, I have a lot of games that I need to actually go through and play. That's just a Master Duel update, apparently. That. Yeah, the Abyssal game. Why is no in normally? Because reason.
Speaking of requests, consider subscribing. It helps out and lets our friend here reach his goal of 1.2k subs. I just want a Rain World playthrough.
I forgot. I guess I have my ways of turning audience members into advertisers. Every so often, someone...
Thank you, Doi.
Thanks, Doi. Can we just... If Fertie ever has time, I will pay for emotes themed around the Doi fish that I genuinely already...
Doi!
That's a discussion for a future time, though. That is a discussion for a future time. Or, yeah, what is it? The, Oh, right, yeah, Nobody Nowhere. That game was great. Perennial Order that I'm still in the middle of playing with Venvi. Yeah, no, I have a whole range. I have actually... Okay, some of them I don't think I'll be able to play because foreign language, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 demos lined up that I need to play at some point. Ah, my god! Ah, hey! Why did I almost call it? I almost called you Doi.
Doi, oh, welcome.
Doi, you're welcome. What? I'm trying to plan out some... Right now, I'm stuck laughing on Doi, you're welcome. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, God, hi. Oh, White Hawk and Semi, hi. Oh, God, that was... Okay, the idea I'm currently trying to do is future plans for stuff, trying to plan out potential better stuff. Oh my god, so this is what I mean by my sense of humor is just so stupid. And future games to play is kind of the whole thing. We got a couple, and also, yeah, we got a couple on the docket. But brain is trying to work, and I really should. Like, I'm gonna try after this stream to schedule a few streams in advance. I have the Repo collab Friday. That free candy? Oh god, no, don't, be very careful of Vanvi. It's Venvi's evil sibling. Brain empty, only Doi. Oh, right, and for people who weren't here for it, who are regulars around here as well, I made the request earlier, if anytime you see something, you know, even mildly amusing or something you think would be fun out of context, I'm gonna try to start attempting to make some level of, like, little quick highlights or, like, compilations of just little funny moments if I can. Kind of like how I used to do with shorts back in the day, where it's like, this is mildly funny, maybe I throw this into a short, but I want to have some level. You want some free candy? Well, it might taste slightly copperish, and you might turn into it. Like Hamnummer? Yes, hashtag Hamnummer time. Oh yeah, hold on, do I have... I think I used all of my free gifteds. What the hell? That's... Oh, that's interesting. Why can I not... Can I pop you from here? Hold on, if I go here, can I... Oh, can I not gift memberships from the popped out chat anymore? Hold on, is that a thing now? Oh, that's stupid. Why can't I... You used to be able to just pop out your back-end chat. Or your studio chat, and then you could gift your memberships. You cannot do that anymore from the back end. You have to go to the front end. That is stupid. YouTube, why do you make stupid changes? Why do you do that? By the way, it doesn't matter. I've given away the 10 free memberships for the month so far. So that is unfortunate. Sorry, I cannot give more. Actually, no, right. I forgot. I wanted to do a stupid thing on the repo stream where I wanted to give money incentives. Because the repo stream, I've had the goal of getting to level 10. And then with the update coming, I want to do that before the update. And we're going to have the biggest group we've ever had on it. So, my idea was, for every level below 10 that we fall short, I was going to gift 5 memberships. And then my brain also said, but what if I also gift a membership every time I die? And then I'm realizing, just like, okay, this could... The thing is, after the first stream, where I spent an hour dead, I locked in and tried to actually learn the game. Look, YouTube is very stupid at times. So I do tend to die because I am a bit reckless at times. That is my biggest thing. But what if I give everyone here money anyways? Because if I just do, then there is something PayPal. Because if I just give it, then there's no tension. We need the tension. We need the tension and the consequences. You know? It's not just give money for the sake of giving money. If I wanted to do that, I would find a charity and then give it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yes, I'm openly admitting I prioritize giving to a charity over giving to my audience. I apologize. I prioritize those entities over the people. I apologize. I apologize once again. I apologize for the 4th time. No, I can't count. Wait, did I count that right? Did I accidentally count that? No. Apologize, I apologize, I apologize. No, I think I only apologized 3 times. Well, I have my priorities. I definitely have my priorities. But I was debating it because I know I was... Don't apologize, it's the better opinion, but... This is the internet. I need to apologize to cover my bases. Even if I don't believe the apology... I don't have a ukulele. So I kind of just have to say I'm sorry. Hold on. Where do I... I can apologize in hold on. Oh, let me just de-dust my... Woo! Man, metal is cold on a thigh. One second. I am
very deeply apologetic for everything that I have done. I don't actually know what I did wrong. All I know is I am apologizing, and you will forgive me, right? Right? I will be forgiven?
Huh. I can apologize in heat. You can apologize in heat, but I meant to say helium, and then I touched cold metal to my thigh. All's forgiven? Thank you. Because for those who don't remember, I did a helium tank stream 2 years ago, and I still have that helium supply, because I have not run it out. In spite of 2 attempts of singing Bury the Light on helium. Sorry, I just had the idea. Thigh, sorry. No. Don't mind. You can be happy for the thigh. Oh my god. Okay, so I just had the idea of actually doing a full cover of Bury the Light on helium. God, that would be nightmarish because yes, digital muffins. Very muffins. Okay. You can? Yes, you can. Or whatever I said, yes. Okay, that's an idea. Where's my physical notepad? Hold on. This is a lot of signatures, a password, an address, some numbers that I genuinely do not remember what they meant. Karaoke set list, more weird symbols, a devious face, many logs of my internet issues, the symbols from, whatchamacallit, where is my actual, wait, hold on. This is all of the stuff I needed to reinstall. Here is the stuff. Okay, hold on. What color is this pen? Is your person? Oh, if I wasn't interesting, I wouldn't have accrued 1124 subscribers and however many other things here. You have returned yet again. Welcome. Oh my god. Oh, right. So this is a fun thing I did. Hello, So at some point I calculated, just for fun, because I thought it would be interesting, how much, and I don't want to just say this as like a thing of like, oh, blah, blah, blah. This is just slightly background financial stuff of how much money I made off of the Library of Ruina streams, both by like donation, Superchats, memberships, and ad revenue, which is a little interesting thing to put into perspective. So bearing in mind, just because I wanted to compare that to the cost of the game. Hold on, where is Library of Ruina? Because Library of Ruina was what, 35 or 25 bucks? I genuinely forget. Library of Ruina. So it is, 30, directly in between those two numbers. And bearing in mind, I did not have, I don't know if anyone finds this interesting. Flex right now. I just found this very interesting as a thing, because I also was not, like, advertisement monetized, by the time I started playing it, so ad revenue for anything came, you're buying on sale. I rarely get anything. Actually, no, I get a lot of stuff on sale, because when I sort Steam by most recent releases, across the entirety of Steam, a lot of games have introductory offer, so I get the introductory offer on a lot of things. But the total... This is just a funny little thing. Wait, crap, how did I calculate this? And why did I switch to a red pen for 4 random lines? Either way, regardless, just ad revenue alone, which is like, ads and premium and all that, was $6.85. Again, the first 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 streams I did not have monetized, and even the other ones I only retro monetized without any mid-rolls on them. But... Oy. Then all of the ads combined? That's not hard to do. I will pull up, since I have had advertisement monetization, which I can actually pull this up. What from... Okay, sort from the past... You know what, screw it. Like, past lifetime, how much YouTube... ad money from watch page ads for it. I think you have off of your membership given more money from that 20, which, okay, bearing in mind I have been It was October 13th of last year that I hit the advertisement monetization. And that has so far totaled $27.80 US, and Shorts feed has been $1.30, so we can round that to about $29, little over. Like the advertisement is not the big thing. The people who are the generous people who, dear God, you give more than I deserve, which, considering I view I deserve nothing on that, you know, that's not hard to do, I guess. But 12 months. 12 if we do the 3 that I get YouTube take cut. Haven't you given... Hold on. Have you given Superchats at any point in the chat history as well? Hold on. Can I can actually just view this. Hold on. We go here. We duplicate this tab. We go over here. Here. Yeah, because I can view all supers. The entire log of Superchats. That. Right. Thumb deciding to one-up anyone in his presence who gives Superchat. Yeah, you've given Superchats as well. Actually... Oh yeah, on the New Year's stream, you gave 2 Super Chats for €2. One said, "I shall give thee money," all caps. And the other one said, "Now I shall be the chosen employee," all caps. I'm sure you've given... I'm not sure. Oh, you did. "I pay to win myself out of... All right, when Dante murdered you, you said you gave €2 to pay to win out of hell. No, that is... I completely forgot you said "I pay to win, get out of hell." I completely forgot about that. No, I don't expect anyone to be like, oh yeah, I don't expect anyone to, give money or give anything. That is completely just, you give more than I deserve by giving me your presence, is all I'll say. The fact that anyone gives me the time of mind. Well, it worked though. Congratulations, yes. You clawed your way out of hell. And actually, no, if I really cared about nothing but profits, I would just do another, quote, shower stream, and then people would be paying money to either get me in and out of shower. That's the real game, because that is still to this day most profitable.
I gave Satan $2, and he was like, "Hey, cool."
You mean €2? But Dante, that was when we had whatchamacallit. That was one of the chatting streams that ended with whatchamacallit. What was it called? The AI story generator. Novel AI. We did Novel AI versus Dante. Fishing for some cats. Y'all enjoy it. Enjoy the pussy fishing. Even in my head, I felt a little weird, but it was already on my lips by the time I realized. So. But yeah, Furt wound up with eating Dante's intestines, but also still dead. Look, it was a weird fight, okay? Those fights always go weird because I said it to be weird. So that. I did the repo stream done. Okay, this stream is entitled Planning. It doesn't mean we have to... You go to the tab until you said that. I'm sorry, you have important things to get to. I'm not here, what are you talking about? Was that enough? Adios, dragon. I am in the distance. And you are on your way out. You would think after all these years I wouldn't be amused by the faces I make with the model. You would be wrong. I'm still hilariously amused by all the faces I make. Well, okay, there's a technicality of for 1 after disciplinary had already slaughtered 5 people. Dragon, you enjoy your cat stuff. Oh my god, stop clicking stuff. Look you. But yeah, another stream okay, did I ever... I don't know if I said this for a goal. Between playing Tomomi and Rolling Star, I want to finish those up on their harder difficulties, but...
Is it really a win if all my mod colleges died before I won?
Mazorik didn't die. Remember, he sent Mazorik to the hospital, not death. He took Mazorik's eye or something. Yeah, Hollow Knight is another thing that I have that I'm just like, do. Because you fought him third. I'm trying to remember. Who else did he slaughter? There is PP. No, I don't want to finish the PP game. Because I only got halfway through the game about pissing. He one-shot... There wasn't even a fight. He just evaporated Shadow.
Is it really a win if all my mod colleges died before I won?
That was hyper-delayed. Hold on. That was incredibly delayed. Wait, what? Okay, this one should be for its code. It said it interesting. Sometimes the code rereads it. I want to keep... There's one day I want to keep recording going about however long after stream it takes. But I've mentioned, if I leave the code running after stream, it will reread the entirety of chat, and if it's a random chance, it will re-roll the random chance. If it's a moderator, it will reread it and re-roll random... random chance? So, wait, did I ever bring over the Slow Lolo Go-Go folder? No one will actually ever get what that reference is for. And the guarantee... Oh, yeah, it'll do your guaranteed roars. It'll get Mazorik's random sound effect out of his 3. It'll re-roll all of them. Like, if Thumb were here, it'll re-roll all of his random noises that he has. Did I ever... That would be in the external drive. This thing takes a while to load sometimes. I find it hilarious that my external hard drive, it takes time to load, but it actually reads and writes.
At
really
Frank
fast.
Egg 2?
At Frank Egg 2. That sounds like a... Why does it sound like you're about to go into a Shakespearean ramble? At Frank Egg 2. To live. To bleed. Oh boy, am I glad I didn't have a display capture open. Hold on. That should be in here. YouTube. Where the hell... What was I looking for? Like old screenshots. Pictures? Old screenshot folder. Thumbnail asset. There's the folder which has the proper thing in it. God, this is a really old folder. Jesus Christ, the fact that these have, like, dates in the 2021 era. You know, the creeper actually got me there, Dan. Good on ya. Good on ya. I need to move. Okay, that needs to move to a different folder. Here. You know, I'm sorry for that. And that also sadly means you cannot text to speech. Again, sorry, we had an abuse situation, so we cannot risk that. Can I? Why can't I click and drag?
That reminds me of the time I served as jump scares for Venvi and you in that one horror game.
You were more jump scary than the game, because the game somehow between early access and release just kind of got worse. You don't even... Neither do I. But yeah, there's a lot of... I need to get more new sound effects. I really want to add hallucinations and low blood pressure were reported. Just because I find that a hilarious sound. Daddy! Hey, you hit Freeman! The thing with GTA 6, it's delayed for like another... It's a little over a year now, and there's a new trailer that came out. Also, Ferd, thank you for the gifting of membership. I'm sure when Freeman pop in here, he will be appreciative. Little regular member. You know, Mazoric always said he was accuracy by volume. You are accuracy via sneep. So, no, actually, yeah, no, I can copy you into here. You have membership. I know he said openly that he because he had a job change, he hasn't been able to gift as much anymore, which I'm just like perfectly fair, and I do not mind. Do I play Roblox? No. And I will say I likely will not ever, just because I like... It's funny to me how much my audience I know tends to play Roblox. And also, I find it amusing for, whatchamacallit? Ow, my knuckle. For my only interaction to Roblox to have been it was on a friend's computer 13 years ago is the closest to an interaction with Roblox that I have had. Like, he had it open and that was it. Because I find that mildly amusing. And if it's mildly amusing to me, that is more than enough for me to keep it as an eternal running gag. Hence why a certain dinosaur will never be a moderator around here, because I laugh at that joke too much. Because I laugh at that joke way too much internally. Oh my god, I had already moved you. I'm dumb. I am mildly the stupid. Yeah, screw it. If I'm mild, I've overdone it a little bit. There. Also, Frank, if you're wondering, technically YouTube would have let me put it for $1 for membership, but my logic was, if the jump from $1 to $3 was enough to make you say, I don't know about that, then I don't believe you are financially in a situation where you should be having a monthly subscription to me. So that's why I put it at the price I did. Even 3 is arguably too low for that threshold, but I wanted it to be accessible, but not the bare minimum, because, you know, then you forget about it for a while, and yeah. It's just swamp. Yeah, that is very fair. I would not particularly know, but at the same time, yeah, I can have the idea.
By the way, with the recent economy changes, gifting memberships got cheaper for me.
Why did your balls drop, and why are you a teenager now? Why are you mid-puberty right now? Yeah, no, Frank, I know you're because you're regular, you get hit by the gifting a lot. Actually, Frank, how many months of a membership do you have? Also, I gotta love the global economic...
Cough, cough. Sorry, I chalked on egg too.
Chalked? You chalked on egg? I love when I chalk on egg too. I think that's how you spell it. One second, hold on. How do we... Choke. I love Windows text to or speech to text. I love that. Huh. 9 days left. Well, no. Oh, wait, Frank, how many months of membership have you had at this point? Like, if you should have an option to share your, like, membership milestone, and that'll reveal how many months you've had it. So how much the gifts have made the diff to you? Yes. The gift. The gift. Also, that'll trigger another Oh Daddy, I'm just realizing. I was half expecting Oh Daddy to kind of just blurt into my ears because, you know, reasons. Oh. Sorry, I was also looking at stuff over here. Right, plant. I have so many games in here that I haven't played that I've meant to, but also I need to have the proper mindset for at times. Because oh my god, there's been another... Oh! The game I, whatchamacallit, the fish game, Abyssal Trench, has, as of now, had 2 updates since its launch, which, considering that is a indie game by a solo dev, and the game has been out for, what is that, a week and a half? It's already had 2 updates to try and make it a little smoother. That is, you know what, I mocked the game a lot, but I do respect the dev. I do very respect the dev for what they are doing. And at some point, I will probably revisit the game just to see what has changed, and see if it's actually much better. Whew. I'm gonna... Okay, hold on. Wait, no. Take this sheet of paper. Move the sheet of paper over here. Grab this pen. Where is my black pen? Black pen? That was a black pen that just fell off my desk. Hold on. I want to write stuff on physical paper. I fall into the computer. I told you, Paul. Hold on. You're gonna hear me incredibly distant for a moment while I look for a thing that fell. I cannot... what is he all the time? Oh. No, if you should be able to, Frank, you should be able to, if you go to the money tab on the YouTube thing, you should be able to, there should be an option to say, share how long you've been member or something like that, and that will then reveal how long you've been a member. I'm gonna be under my desk for a little bit. You're gonna hear barely me. Hold on. Where did the thing fall? Okay, hold on. Yep. Okay, actually, hold on. Ow. Hang on. Looks like a recycle. Seriously, where the hell do you go? I don't have a flashlight. I cannot see chat right now, so you better be using speakies. Oh, found it. Ow. Oh. Where do you go?
With my special powers called cooking, I can turn the egg 2 into cooking.
The egg 2 is...
With my special powers called cooking, I can turn egg 2 into cooking.
Did I accidentally double open for its code? What is going on here? Wait, no, that's reading them both in the same voice. What is for its code? 1, 2... So they can only read 1. Hold on.
Manager? Nope, seems fine now.
Why is your... You know what? Screw it. You're getting 2 reads of every so often line. 7 shots. Damn. 7 for luck. Yes. Oh god. Keyboard pushed too far back. Okay. So things I need to do off stream, because this was the planning stream, not necessarily the execution stream, but definitely the planning stream. To do. Finish upcoming streams. BRB. A ghost in the machine. We have apparently a ghost for it. This is the one part of for its soul that stayed in hell when Dante ripped some parts of him out. Maybe it's because of it shouldn't matter about that. It should just be based on... The weird thing is, hold on, is the ES code? Ignore message from blacklisted user. Yeah, the code that reads general, A is using Doi voice, and B has you as a blacklisted user, so you shouldn't be able to trigger any generic sound effects, you shouldn't be able to trigger the speak from generic code. You're gonna poop? Congratulations. You have successfully given birth to Brown. And it's only saying it read it once in yours, but it clearly generated 2 different things. Where's my Wawa Wawa? Here's my Wawa Wawa. That's so, I feel like I have plausible deniability on the racism of that statement. I feel like I have plausible deniability on that one. Consider bringing a bright red apple. I have a gold crystal apple paperweight. What should I do? Wait, there's a technicality that I could do where I have Twitch be the hand cam, where it is literally just a cam of the apple. Which one? Wait. Right. Wait. You said. Wait. You said you typed the same word twice, and I think you got it right the first time. If you add everyone in the Discord, I'd prefer you don't. Wait, at everyone would also at me. If you add everyone, that adds me. I mean, technically you can do it, but you'll be on the apology chibi list. Which, by the way, we now have the, Oh, and I need to put the official thing into it. Right now, we have 2 people marked for how long they're taking, which I've just literally said, my mods, you can have fun with those people now and punish them in any way. I do want the end goal to be the only visible channel to people who owe apology chibis. To be that they can only view the I'm sorry channel. I don't know. Ugh. That is the end goal, actually. Actually, we could...
Oh, so I get to have a toy that threw out.
You already have a toy. We have 2 marked people. And like I said, at some point I don't know exactly when, but I would like it. And this is the thing I want to keep my hands off of because I just want my moderators to have fun. Is I would like it to end with them only being able to type into the I'm sorry channel. But may I ask, Dan, why are you asking if you can add everyone? I must question this. So I'm just staring at Doi with the gun, and that is still just a hilarious image to me. It's just so good. The Mazoric's gun with Doi just fits so well.
Doi. I shall draw sorry Chibai, Frank, and Loon because I committed the sin of being born.
Not answering the question. I said I would rather you don't. That was the answer to it. My answer was, I would rather you don't. Because you may view it as funny, but I think it is pretty universal that unless it is an important announcement, at everyone's are, relatively speaking, very annoying. Or seen as very annoying. It's not a sin, Frank. It's only a sin if you're a bastard child. Or something like that, right? Well, no, then even then, that's not you. That's a sin of other things. I'm not a religionologist, so I don't actually know sin. You vomited on the toilet? Well, then you have really bad aim if you're on instead of in. That is, I'm sorry to hear your aim is so bad that you couldn't even hit the toilet. So the wild manager hates you? I don't hate you. I built you up through incredibly aggressive abuse. But I built you up by breaking you down to bare bones and dust at times and all of the... shush. Ask there. You may ask the Discord. My name's. Do I even? I'm trying to remember. I suck at giving nicknames. Like I just don't give nicknames to Pokemon. I mean, oh god, I had a Nuzlocke at some point on this channel that I came up with names for. If you want an idea, I named my Magikarp Mouth. I would say just ask people who are not me for the creativities on that one. I am not good with names. I am terrible with names. My own name is just my favorite word and also simple.
Hey, you can name a furret after me? Wait, no, that would be, never mind.
I mean, you could just name a furret the employee, and then the rest is autoed. That's probably better. I am not good. Names are my biggest weakness, okay? That is the biggest weakness I have. Names, you know. What did I would have to go back and actually check what the hell I named everything. Again, I only remember Gyarados / Magikarp named Mouth. Which was a bit weird considering the, whatchamacallit? Brain harding. Considering the tragic end of that Gyarados having to be sacrificed to Cynthia's Garchomp to win. Yeah, at least call HR. I am hold on, sorry. Yes, if you have a complaint, please lodge it with HR. Hold on, I'll go get HR for you real quick. Hold on, give me a minute.
Hello? Okay, I hear you have a bit of a complaint with your manager, and I am the official HR. I am HR Chibi. Do not question my credentials. I'm simply here to tell you to just to just man the up. You're being a whiny little bitch, baby. I don't need to hear you. If you're gonna be weak, we don't need you. You will be fired. You will have to pay us in fingers and toes based on the amount of effort we wasted on your fucking worthless ass. I don't need to censor ass. On your fucking worthless ass. And, yeah. That's my advice to you. Just grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up.
Chibi, shall I execute thy toe and finger command?
No. I'd rather do that one myself. If it comes to it. I'd rather do that one myself. So you better be better. Now then, I'm for this counseling, I do charge per second of HR, so you owe me like $300. Either way, I have things to be, so I'm just bye bye. I go back to sleep. Call me if you need me and want to pay me more money.
I forget how small I get every time he comes out for some reason. He gives me the smallening. Sorry about that. I just, Alright, well, have you enjoyed your HR time? TB Bully Frank? No, he committed HR. Look, we take pride in our HR around here. Primarily in the lack of use it gets, because we are so good otherwise that we never need to use it, and it's definitely not that no one ever goes back because after first experience it's terrible. Sure. Frank, you'll be happy. Also, the money you owe HR will be cut from your next 500 paychecks or something like that, or however much it takes to cup. Takes to cup? Yeah, you actually have to pay into a cup. Either that or you can walk out right now debt unpaid. We will simply, like Chibi said, we will collect fingers and toes as debt. Or, man, you got so distraught that you caused the apocalypse. Look, there's a reason I'm ignoring the message. I have nothing to say on it, so saying it multiple times is not gonna get me to address it. I have nothing to say on the matter. GB is horrible human resources? Nonsense! I picked him because he was skilled.
Pee into a cup?
Pee into a cup? You can pee into a cup as well. I don't know how that is, you know. I don't know how that's exactly gonna help, but, you know, you can pee into a cup. Also put your fingers in there, and it's a lovely cocktail. You can also cup into a pee. I'm sorry, my brain went to the abyss to try and figure that out. Yes. You can pee the cup and cup the pee. And then Golem will reach out for thee. So I mean, I don't know, probably Apocalypse. Go find a high vantage point on a roof and enjoy. Golem, zombie vampire. I still keep these guys here for some reason. They're mostly used for Yu-Gi-Oh! They're really only used in Yu-Gi-Oh! Streams. God, I need to at some point. I do need to de-rust my gears at some point. I have been desiring to play Yu-Gi-Oh! As of late. I'll probably regret that as soon as I act.
Apocalypse? Yes.
Boogity boogity. Boogity boogity. Boogity boogity. Oh, did thy brain break? No, that's just my form of gibberish. No karaski no korandaraka niralishandaru. Don't mind it. What language is that? It's my personal form of. It's my personal Loonish language. Funny enough, there is only one person who has ever been able to kind of, get the vibe of what I'm saying. And I do love his way of describing it is, it's like trying to understand Chewbacca. THG Lunish, it's not exactly, you gotta kind of pick up on it by listening to me go insane every so often. Chibi scares you. Oh, Chibi should scare you. He, like, I don't know where the cloning I understand where it came from. I genuinely forget where in the lore the nukes came from, but hey, we kind of roll with it, okay? We roll with it. Oh, actually, okay. Sorry, I am trying to think of some stuff out. Tomorrow I might... Okay, tomorrow I don't intend.
I shall read thee some words from the Loon Dictionary. Suppressed, when you suppressed an abnormality with soup.
Yep, that was from the Judgment Bird stream. I remember that one. Yeah, I don't plan on streaming tomorrow. Follow day is the Repo Collab. Then after that, I might depend... Okay, then after that it depends... And then I want to try and schedule out some stuff for the next week at different time slots. I need to figure out what other things in my life are doing at that time. About your baby. Your baby is tall. You gave birth to a tall baby. That. I also want to try and figure out how exactly, because I want to also. Okay, share schedule. Oh. Wait, why you say when speaking Lunish? Minecraft underscore long.
What makes you
Oh, the colon after definitions. I was like, where in that did you use a trigger? How do you say you're gonna die soon? Nirada korashta. Nirada korashta. Right, I've tried saying that into... What happens if I start speaking that into, like, Windows speech to text? Here's the thing, I'm gonna forget what word meant what there in a little bit. For now, that's what that means. It may very well change at some point due to the inconsistent nature of Lunish. You know? The language isn't consistent, it is ever evolving. Ever evolving. Ever changing. Ever something or other. What? Also, I do love for it, if you just post that message, it will just... Oh, right, you usually say exclamation speak to avoid that. I completely forgot. I was like, how do you not do that before? You usually exclaim speak it. Oh my god. Also, this is a funny thing. For anyone who remembers me taking advantage of intentional game design in Rolling Star, my arm still hurts. My arm is actually a bit sore from how much vibration I was doing. So, while it is an exploitable game thing, it is also painful.
Is it you? I misposed it.
Goodbye for now. You get your sleep. You do well on that test, and you piss well. I don't. Look, I was trying to think of something to say. 3 p.m. Man, do I love the diversity of time zones around here. We had 1 a.m.
Bald Frank is real.
Yeah, Bald Frank is real, but also dead. We have 3 p.m., 1 a.m. Furret is like 6 a.m. right now? Something along those lines? Should be 6 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. This is... Oh, so this just proves my earlier point. This is why whenever I make schedules...
Does have a name?
Oh, 7 a.m. Yeah, so we have 2 at the 1 a.m., 3 p.m. Yeah, remember how earlier I said whenever I make stream schedules, I'm probably just going to use GMT/UTC time because there's way too many time zones in my audience. I enjoy the internationality of the audience, but there's a reason whenever I say my live things, it's always live in 1 hour or live in however much time, because God, do I not want to try and do like 50 time zones. And now if I'm going forward, I'll probably just do universal time zone if I want to do that, because international audience, globalism, meh. Meh. Oh god. Let's just say I find that hilarious. Math is or at least some math historically has been my strong suit. Some of the more complicated stuff I don't think I could do, but math always made sense. The bombs in your city. If real, be very careful. If real, be very careful on that. Take shelter. Do not blow up. He's used to make meth. Haven't done that. Haven't done the latter one. Right. The other. Hmm. Huh. No, oh god, I know that feeling from, yeah, I don't know what your experience is, but I know for me it was the gifted kid hit the wall of not knowing what the hell to do study-wise because everything came so naturally beforehand. Very good. Well, it depends on your definition of good. Good for you? No. Feel good? Depends on the person. I don't have experience with it, so I really can't say. But for the long-term health, I'd say the not good is accurate. Just off of what I know. What was I checking right now?
I should probably sleep. I have 3 concerts to play tomorrow/today.
Oh, damn. No, yeah, get sleep. You rest yourself to do the concerts. Rest yourself to do the concerts. Everything went downhill. I am very relatable to that one as well. Part of it was just... Well, there was something I was going to check. What the hell was I... There you are. Yeah, it was also partially due to, you know, yeah, the everything goes well and then it kind of collapses for many reasons, but... Yeah. Everybody, you are... Well, Frank, welcome. Frank is welcome. Frank is say you welcome from my voice. Huh. You play the clarinet? Oh my god, we have a local Squidward! Very good. Have I ever said this publicly? I don't know if I've ever said this publicly. I know I've said it to people behind the scenes, and I'll say it now just as a bit of context. I did end up having to drop out of high school for a number of reasons. Because, you know, it was legitimately up until, like, grades, US grades, like, 10, 11, 12, I was all like, oh, yeah, straight A's and effortless. And then I hit the wall of nothing, and then a lot of other issues happened that on top of that, I think I've told the story. Part of the reason I officially dropped out and gave up was because I was also facing homelessness and I needed to focus on working and getting money and trying to sort a living situation out. Do I play TF2? I'd rather not talk about TF2 because every time I state my honest opinions on TF2, it gets more depressed. But what was it? But yeah, no, because I had to... Yeah, I had to choose... I kind of had to... I guess I technically didn't have to, but you get the idea. It is, the circumstances were... I decided to drop out because I needed to focus on getting money so that I could get a place to live. It's fun. But my honest opinions on TF2 are... It was fine, but it didn't keep my attention for more than a couple hours, and that was when I had friends to play it with. Like, I had a lot of friends to play it with, and this was like how long ago? This was many, many, many years ago. At this point, over a decade ago. At this point, well over a decade. But there's just other games that drew my interest way more than it. It just wasn't very interesting, you know. Also, weird thing to transition to from the life story thing, but yeah, no. Now you have a little bit of context on a little bit of my life. All that. I'm anti-employee. I'm sorry. I'm honest. Pokemon Showdown. God, I said recently on stream with Venvi, the reason I can't do Showdown and why I nearly require the mainline Pokemon games is the battle, like the Pokemon's Sword and Shield were so good for the Pokemon Online stuff, just because of the settings, the the setting in the stadium, the animations, all of the, some of the music you could choose was so good. I really hate this about myself, but I enjoy and borderline require some level of spectacle. That's why I've tried to play Pokemon Showdown versus playing the actual, on the Switch games. There is such a difference in my brain that just, for some reason, the experience is that much worsened that I borderline just can't do it. Because I have tried Showdown as a little team building practice for some of the tournament teams I've done. Wearing ragged clothes. Yeah, that's an aesthetic I choose. I enjoy the raggedy look. Spectacle and presentation. Well, this is part of the presentation, okay? Also, I still have the ability to do a few things with myself. Hello? Hello? Okay. I have a few other options other than this. This is just comfy clothes. You need to eep. You enjoy your eepy, Frank. No, what you gotta say is, I love you all non-parasocially. Yeah, you need spectacle? Yes! I actually don't. Ethan, attempt to explain the connection you are making between being in ragged clothes and me also needing spectacle in the games.
Don't worry, guys. I love y'all parasocially.
Third, we don't do that around here. No parasocial. Love yourself parasocially. What is self-parasocial love? What is love in the self-parasocial way? I'm gonna stop trying to think about that before I talk myself in circles. Yeah, I feel there's a difference between the way, just on that. Oh, let's say are two very different sides of the same coin. Yeah, there's a difference between how someone dresses and the stuff they enjoy looking at. The spectacle of that, to be a part of it, to have the atmosphere, the spectacle, the atmosphere, all kind of play into the mentality of it, versus the stuff I choose to wear, which is usually more so for comfort than fashion. Clothing specifically, I will say, do for comfort and or functionality over fashion. But when it comes to events or competition, yeah, no, those are two very different aspects of existence. Because whatever I've tried playing Showdown or anything that doesn't have the big, turn stuff, I tend to be... My brain just shuts down uninterested. I need the bells and whistles and the flashing lights, which is something I somewhat hate about myself, if I'm being completely honest, but... C'est la vie, I am myself. I am very much just myself. Unfortunately. Very unfortunately. College dropout. No. No, high school dropout, never made it to college. And again, like I say, that was... the only sane person and... Look, we are very, very spread out around here. Ugh. But yeah. Sad that in life circumstances did not be conductive of me finishing up the schooling. Dropped out of college? No, never made it to college. Dropped out of high school is what that is. And again, it was in part because I was facing homelessness that I then needed to deal with. Because I have told the story, I did just live out of my car for a little bit of time, and nearly died of heat exhaustion because it was in the middle of a particularly hot summer. So, you know, sleeping in a metal box in a really hot summer, especially when I'm also working overnights, which means I'm sleeping during the day. And the fan was loud. No, that was the thing. I had a nice lady who came to me. This was one of the times I was able to sleep at night, where because she was worried about me. Open car, fanned it out, and put the fan on me. And on death's door, when asked how the fan was, my response was, "It's loud as fuck." Which I still to this day joke, saying, "God, I wish I had died just so those could have been my last words." That would have been a hilarious way to die, or a hilarious last thing to say before death. Not even Texas, I'll tell you that much. Also, I forget if I said this out loud or not, but don't mind me. Don't mind my. Sorry, I'm ready to. Did you know USA states used to belong to Mexico? Wouldn't that have been under the Spanish as opposed? I'm not super history buff, but wouldn't that more so be under Spain? Also, not particularly my place to say, but I have the opinion the U.S. is a little too big for its own good at times anyway, so you know what, you just have Mexico take a little bit, although, knowing how the world is now, Look, given that... I don't think that would achieve the goal you had of making anything smaller for it, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Although I will say, I don't think the world needs any more territory wars. Should have more territory wars at a point. How long has it been? When was the last time country borders were redrawn? I'm gonna drop this line of conversation because I don't want to go deep into that. That is, I am not well versed on any type of like borders and all of that stuff. South Sudan. How long ago was that? Hold on. Do this. No, let me do this. Last time world wars changed. Oh. The most recent significant changes involved Russia's actions in Ukraine. So that was 2022. Apparently. Interesting. There's a lot of... Oh, yeah, okay, South Sudan, this is the AI overview. Take this with a grain of salt. Border changes compared to other continents. Well, yeah, according to, again, this is the Google AI thing, so very insert grain of salt here and wedge it in aggressively. But yeah, 2022. Yeah, there's some stuff involving Russia, Ukraine, Russia in 20. There was even stuff in 2014 about Russia and Ukraine. But yeah, 2011 was South Sudan, and then
Grain of salt.
yes, grain of salt. But 2014 through 2022, it's all Russia, Ukraine stuff according to that. Oh, let's go to the Wikipedia. Africa, there was a ton of stuff in 1975 for Africa. The Portuguese overseas province of Cape Verde gains independence as Republic of Cape Verde. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in 75. Oh, wow. As of April Fool's Day of last year, Puntland, South Sudan in 2011. Temporary independence from Somalia until constitutional disputes and internal issues are to be resolved. It has no other form of recognition. This is just that Asia's got a big list. Lovely Wikipedia. Wait, does Asia constitute the Ukraine-Russia stuff, or is that Europe? I guess that's gotta be Europe. We shall see about this. Okay, Russia unilaterally declares the annexation of the Ukraine Oblast of Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhzhia, and Kherson. Similar to the annexation of Crimea, 2014, border change this border change is not recognized internationally. Okay, yeah, there's past bill to officially recognize the self-proclaimed in a major escalation of the why does it say Russo-Ukrainian for Russia and Ukrainian? Okay. You're now wide awake. I love when that happens. Welcome to us talking about international borders. Fun topics. Fun topics. Oh, what is... Got you there, got you there. So tomorrow, okay. Tomorrow is not going to be streamed. Tomorrow's going to be me more so sorting out the finer details of the plans and such. And maybe also, depending on what I have time for, trying to start up the... whatchamacallit. Trying to start up just combing through random stream moments and trying to find things that I can put into some level of a funny compilation of some sweet. Oh. Best hour of sleep. Tomorrow was repo? No, that is the following day. Wait, did I say? I may have said Friday, but remember for time zones mean that would be, that's a different day for you because of time zones. United States time zones versus that. Also, sorry. Bird, I just had the thing. You may be in Germany, but I somehow think you're only going to be the second most laggy person if you do end up joining that. I'll run some stuff by the people, but yeah, I'll send you some details on that afterwards, and also you'll send me what color semi-bot you are if you are, because that'll be the full 6 if we have that, because that'll be the current plan is me, Venvi, Remy, Dan, Digital, and yeah, there's room for one more, so yeah. Assuming Germany doesn't decide you don't get connection. But given how Dan's connection was last time, God, that was hilarious. God, that was hilarious. Why did I open you? I meant to open you. But yeah, I do have whatchamacallit. So to-do list for myself, make thumbnails for all relevant streams, try and figure out exactly when I want to start Limba's company. I don't know if I want, I'm probably going to try and keep it. You say it on the head because of your German buddy. You know, that's a very helpful thing. That's a very, very helpful thing to have on your mind. I really... Sorry, no, brain. Brain. I used to, I should say I started to. I started to have my Windows have... Because, you know, you can have Windows clock, and it has different... You can have it set with different time zones. I used to have it be that I would add time zones based on people I would collaborate with. Nowadays, I realize, based on my audience, I can usually be like, hey, what time is it for you? And I get a flood of different answers. Like, what is it for, like, for fur right now, being German, it's gonna be closer to, well, like, closer to, was at 7:30 now. We had the 3 p.m. call out, we had the 3 p.m. a little earlier. For Yuki, I know right around now should be noon, or, like, 12:30 p.m.-ish. Yeah, hell of an international audience at this point, which I enjoy. Actually, if I do... Interesting that's okay, if I go to live... I know not everyone gives, you know, YouTube the location information. So live is because this obviously does not add to 100%. Where it is... Whatchamacallit? Give me the percentages. Where it is saying approximately 29% US, little over 5% Germany, a little bit of France, bit of Netherlands. This is for live only. French Polynesia, and then Trinidad and Tobago are the main, all the places it's listing. Obviously, interestingly, obviously with the recent posting of Doi, shorts are going to have a little bit more viewership than they normally would. It being the 5%. I don't think you're the only German here. I don't think you're the only German. You're the most regular German, but I don't think you're the only regular German, if I'm not mistaken. Best for that. Yeah, fair. Yeah, my sleep schedule has attempted to adapt to this. I recently had it kind of on a thing that's working. That's why I'm trying to come up with scheduling some stuff out. Because, yeah, I want to try and get onto something relatively regular where, at least with stream scheduling, or at least planning, I should say, not necessarily scheduling, I want to have concrete on Limbus, because that is one of those popular things. Then I want to have the next few days be either, like, kind of whatever I want, preferably maybe something that would be a little more popular. Like, not Yu-Gi-Oh! On the regular anymore, because that is a long past relic, but I can still play it every so often, and it tends to be popular when I do play it. Maybe I'll go through a phase where I put Yu-Gi-Oh! More regularly. Playing a few more of the games that are like what I find, like Tomomi, Rolling Star, the Fish game, Nano Apostle that I want to play soon. You know, all those. Oh god, I see Norea in there and I still get sad about the dev saying that the game was underperforming and that now it's just them on their dev team. That was a fun game. It was very fun. Shame to see, but shame to see. Shame to see fall. Wait. What are they sleep on will? That is an incredible superpower to be able to just fall asleep on will. Meanwhile, I take melatonin and wake up in 3 to 4 hours if my body decides it. I just play the lottery on, like, do you get sleep? No? Yes? Maybe? Maybe? Who knows? Who knows? Very who knows. I'm trying to think more stuff. So have that. Maybe make a little more crystalline details around the edges of that, but use that as a base. Hold on. don't mind what I had to do there. I just had to spam Control Z and potentially, you know, re-damage my arm from the vibration. Alright, I forget that's not fully done. That's that. Okay, we're good. Yeah! Jesus Christ, them! We shall see. I mean, we shall see. If you are able to, willing to, and I get the okay from the other groupies. How is it? Oh, was that the loudest one? I don't think that was the loudest one, but hi, Thumb. Not that. Okay. Now we save that. Because right now it hasn't changed much, but this is nearly. You're gonna hear the screenshot noise. Because right now this is nearly the finished version that I want to have. It's nothing super special, but it gets the point across. Like, this is about what the new Dragon Ball, maybe the original one, but God, I could never sit through Z. Okay, One Piece has like 13 million. Yeah, something like that. Upcoming streams with that. Yeah, that seems out. Or FNAF stream. That is not what is coming. That is just a temporary thing. Although I did want to do another FNAF marathon around the time the next movie comes out. I wanted to do another FNAF marathon, and this time add in another game. Because now I should be able to, not necessarily cruise, but I should be able to get through, I should be able to get through the main line 1 through, the hell is it? I should be able to get through 1 through Pizza Sim relatively fine, and I kind of wanted to throw Security Breach in there just to see if how that would go. But God, that would be a fun, potentially. Now that. Because assuming I don't get stuck on Night 5 of FNAF 1, that shaves literal hours off of that. FNAF 2 is a bit more iffy because that one is a bit more... There's a bit more to keep track of. FNAF 3 and FNAF 4 are... Like, for all I know, I could one-shot both of those. Average gaming glitch mess. I played it. I used to have an edited video of my Security Breach playthrough that I later took down. For reasons. But yeah, no, my Security Breach was a lovely glitchy mess. That was the only I never went back to finish. I never went back to finish the Afton ending. God, that was an amusing lovely. That to be about that, and then crystal on the edges, because that's a bit that. I've seen enough playing of it. I've not played it myself. Actually, okay, I wonder if... No, that would be... I would need to practice for it. I was debating adding, instead of Security Breach, Ultimate Custom Night. FNAF World is underrated. I think a lot of people are. But, you know, I kind of get it's... Whatchamacallit. I think at the time of it coming out, it not being a scary, and people, you know, it comes across way more as a shitpost than a game, which, to be fair, maybe that's what Scott was going for. Why does everyone skip it? Where is it even down? Wait, hold on, where is... Actually, hold, wait, what the hell just... What? Don't mind me real quick. Hold on. Yeah, it's not on because of the first launch. I did not know anything about the first launch on there. Also, where is FNAF World downloaded from? I actually don't know. Also, I'm gonna hold on. What is this? Oh. Okay, yeah, that is about what I expected. I tried typing in FNAF World. I got to FNAF W, and the top recommended is, well, this is very positively reviewed, but that's interesting. All I'm gonna say is that is a rabbit hole of hentai games. Don't try and search, well, do or don't, I guess, depending on what you want. Don't try and search FNAF World on Steam. It gets you apparently into a rabbit hole of hentai visual novel type games. For those who are curious, I guess. Games just, oh, okay. I forget, I don't know the history of anything, blah, 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 blah. I can only make my assumption, because again, now if you look it up, if you get to FNAF W, it brings up the hentai rabbit hole. I didn't look too closely, but the tags were sexual content and hentai, and I didn't want to dig too much further on stream. But yes. Still live? Yes. I think most of the planning bit of this, because yeah, this is afterwards actionable. Oh.
Anime.
Yes, adult anime. Yes. And also, yes, still alive at the moment. Somehow. Not sure why. Not sure for what reason. But Wheeze is with. Wheeze is with. Boy. Mami, mamo. Me, mami, mamo, me, mama, ow. But I think I'm gonna I think I will be wrapping stream up here pretty quickly, if not right now, just because I think I got what I needed to right now. Is it less traditional stream, more of a traditional stream? Less of a traditional stream of just complete and total utter chaos the chatting ones tend to be. But yeah, I got the thought process. I got the thought out. We talked. We got thoughts out. I got ideas on paper. I got the potential. Yeah, I need to finalize some stuff on that beer back screen, but I do wish to do some of that final work off stream. Yeah. Has everyone had their daily sand intake? Okay, Auntie Anakin. I love sand. It's coarse, rough, and it gets all up in there everywhere. Oh. But yeah, I think this shall be where we wrap this one, because I have gotten what I need. Wow. 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 I don't know why okay. Now for me, I think that's what I've been doing for the past minute or so. So you got plenty of footage there, but before I go off into the further depths of insanity, this is officially what I'm saying. Yeah, like I said, no stream tomorrow, repo collab on the following day. Weekend is up in the air depending on stuff. And even when okay, this is one last little thing. Even if I get the actual stream schedule up, I'm going to leave weekends relatively free unless I have a guaranteed collab. But, yeah, I think that's the last thing I want to say. Also, you know what? Screw it, one more. Now, is that good enough? Wait. Ah, screw it. That's a lovely high pitch. Yeah, screw it. Why am I meowing so much? God, I am a cat. Anyway. I have other stuff to work on off stream that I would like to just focus wholeheartedly on rather than stream and work. We are going to commit to just regular work. And I will forever forget that makes a moan when you donate a blank message. Thank you, Freeman. I apologize you're showing up right as I'm wrapping this up, because I need to go work on some other stuff. Thank you for the 3 myrrh. I will forever... I do not know what that currency actually is. It's just myrrh. And also, I guess you should thank for it for shooting you with the member gun. But for now, this is wrapped up. This has been, I would say, not productive in the physical sense, but has been productive in the I got my thoughts out there, got kind of talk stuff through, thought of stuff, and now we'll wrap this one up. As per always, thank you everyone who came. Hope no shop people enjoyed this less traditional, more or so a USD. I mean, YouTube tells me how much it is. That is not the number it's giving me, I'll tell you that much. Passing by stream, drop a moan, doesn't elaborate. Understandable. Thank you for your passing. But yeah, Thumb, that is a bit off according to what YouTube is telling me I'm getting from revenue on that. But before I ramble too much, this is the final time I say it. I flickered the...
Lovely manager, see you.
Oh, that was abrupt.
Yeah.